Hi, welcome to Native Report. I'm Stacey Thunder. At the tender age of 4, Brigette Lacquette put on her first pair of ice skates. Today, she is one of Canada's top female hockey players and is currently a member of the University of Minnesota Duluth women's hockey team. This is a story of family, hard work, and determination.
It is Friday afternoon, and the University of Minnesota Duluth women's hockey team is practicing at the Amsoil Arena. For sophomore defenseman Brigette Lacquette, hockey is more than a game. It's a way of life.
My earliest memory of skating would be when I was about 4, and my dad took me out to the outdoor rink, like the local outdoor rink, and I had just these like pink plastic skates on, and I kept falling everywhere. And one time I think I just bailed and just laid on the ice and started catching snowflakes. Once I started skating, I started wanting to play with all my older cousins on the outdoor rink, and then finally my dad put me into minor hockey and organized hockey. My dad drove me everywhere, me and my sister. He drove us. Our minor hockey rink was about, I'd say 50 minutes away, and he'd always drive us there twice a week for practice, and we'd always get back super late. And at one point in time we were playing with 2 teams, so we'd practice 4 times a week with a boys team and a girls team, and there was a lot of driving. And sometimes if my dad was busy with my brother, my uncles would drive us, so like we're a pretty close family. Well, my dad showed me everything I know. He'd make an outdoor rink, and he'd show me all these like different moves and like the skating strides and stuff like that, and how to play the body and as a defenseman, because it's really important to play the body and not the puck. And I learned that the hard way, but I eventually learned it.
This dedication has paid off for Brigette, a member of the Cody First Nation. She has played for Team Manitoba in the Canadian National Aboriginal Hockey Championships and for Team Canada's U18 and U22 programs.
The National Aboriginal Hockey Championships are when all the top Aboriginal players play for their provinces, and we all it's like in Ottawa or like Quebec somewhere, and we all come to a tournament. There's a boys division and a girls division. It was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. My sister was the goalie for our team too, so me and my sister had a blast. The World Championships, that was a great experience. It was top, I'd say 20 players in Canada that are under 18. We played against the US, Russia, Czech Republic, Sweden, and we ended up winning that year, and I ended up getting top defenseman, and it was just a great tournament overall.
Brigette is the most naturally talented player to ever come through the UMD women's hockey program, and we've had a program for 14 years, and we've had 22 players make their respective Olympic teams. So it's a really big deal to make a statement like that about a young woman, but she truly is the most naturally talented player to ever come through our program. Obviously, what we're working with Brigette on is continuing to develop her skills, discipline, making the required sacrifices that you need to make to be a successful Division I player, but also to make an Olympic team. And she is an Olympic hopeful for Canada, and hopefully she'll be one of the players that graduate out of the UMD program with a degree and makes an Olympic team. When we go on the road recruiting, we're always looking for the best players, whether it's in Canada, the United States, or throughout Europe. And Brigette Lacquette was playing for Team Manitoba as a young girl, and then we just started to track her through the years, recruited her, and here she is playing at UMD. We're very fortunate because we are the winningest Division I NCAA women's hockey program in the country. We've won 5 Division I national championships, and being the most successful program in the country, it's a big statement when you say that somebody is the most naturally talented player to come through the program. Being the winningest program, also, we're in the toughest league in the country, and you always have a target on your back when you're one of the best programs in the country. And so for the players that come here and train, it's an incredible opportunity because they're in practice every day with great players, hopefully great coaching, and then they have great competition every weekend, and so they are just going to get better and better. So if you want to be one of the best, you should play for one of the best. And Brigette is in that situation and has that opportunity.
Brigette visits home when she is able to, but even then, she's involved with hockey.
I go home in the summertime and at Christmas. My dad has a hockey camp that he runs, and I usually go and skate with them and like run skill sessions with his hockey camps and stuff like that. And I had a couple reserves that want me to come speak at their youth conferences back home. So hopefully I can get to that once I have time.
The first time I met Brigette's parents, I was very impressed. They were extremely polite, very disciplined, very serious about her future, and really wanted her to be in the right hands. She did choose to stay in Manitoba and go to the University of Manitoba her first college year, so we didn't get her right away. But she had a frustrating experience there and transferred to Duluth, and so now only has 3 years to graduate with a degree.
I had a pretty bad experience when I was at the University of Manitoba, and I just wasn't having fun. Like I felt like maybe like the hockey could have been better, and I always felt that there was something something more. There was like something missing when I was at the U of M. And I think I've always wanted to come here anyway.
Brigette remains humble in spite of all the attention, which is fine with Coach Miller, who stresses the importance of life beyond college and hockey.
When players come to us as young women, they're 17 or 18 just starting college, and so it's the holistic approach. There's no question it's the holistic approach. It's not just about hockey. Hockey's a vehicle through which we teach, and everybody knows that. It's about life. It's a life process, and we're basically getting them ready to go out and live their lives. And so it's everything from discipline to nutrition to how you handle classes with regards to scheduling, discipline of what time you get up, what time you go to class, how you dress, how you behave in class. Coming to hockey, your training block, you have a 4-hour training block every day. And then how you continue out into the community then once you're released from school and released from hockey for your evening activities, your weekend activities. So it's everything.
It's very important to be a role model. I feel like I've never had that person to look up to when I was younger growing up. Like I didn't have that First Nation role model, like hockey player, sports person that I've never heard of someone when I was growing up. And I mean, from what my parents taught me, they always told me to stay humble and work my butt off with everything I do, and good things will come. Work hard and never give up.